What's going on, guys? Tony here, and in this video I want to talk to you about competitive advantage. And this is actually going to be a two-part video. Part one, identifying your competitive advantage, but then part two is going to talk about leveraging that advantage to help you succeed in private practice. So if you know me at all, you know that I love poker. I'm obsessed with the game of poker. I think it's a great strategy game, and we can apply a lot of the principles from poker into business strategy. One of the sayings from poker is if you look around the table and you don't know who the fish is, it's probably you. And that's the situation with business. You know, as a new grad or as an existing therapist who's coming into a new marketplace, you are coming into a competitive market. Whether there's other therapists you're competing against, other providers you're competing against, or you're just competing against the pharmacy, you are in a competition. And if you don't have an advantage, you can't win. Like, that's the thing. We do a lot of things that are intentionally difficult to become better, stronger, faster, all of those things. Business is not something you want to do that with. So when I'm talking to new practice owners, whether you have 20 years of experience or 2 months of experience, the important thing is identifying what is your competitive advantage. And then how do you leverage that advantage to your success? So let's look at somebody who I spoke to recently as a classic example. This therapist was much like myself. When I went into private practice, I went in because I knew I could provide a better experience than a hospital-owned clinic. I knew I could treat fewer patients, I could do a better job, and I could probably make a little more money in the process. In my mind, my competitive advantage was the fact that I had time. I was going to do one-on-one. I was going to provide the focused care to get the patient better, to get them to the outcome they expected, to meet their goals faster and more enjoyably, right? So it seems like a reasonable competitive advantage. The problem is I didn't know how to communicate that, and I didn't place value on that. You know, part of understanding the competitive advantage is understanding how to leverage it to your success. So if you want to be a premium provider, if you want to be the therapist that has the deepest knowledge base, who has the most comprehensive plan of care, who can solve your patient's goals or problems the best to meet their goals, you also cannot be the discount provider. Does that make sense? Like, if I want to be world-class endurance athlete, I can't also be world-class strength athlete. Those two don't go together. I need components of each, no doubt, but I can't be best in the world in an endurance sport and at the same time be best in the world at a strength sport. They have different skill sets, different requirements, different everything. So if you want to be that provider of choice, if you want to be the expert in your area, you want to provide the one-on-one experience, you want to leverage your history, you have to charge a premium for that. Or else you're just fighting an uphill battle. You're putting barriers in front of you that are not necessary. Now, on the flip side, if you want to leverage scale, if you want economy of scale, if you want to open 100 clinic locations and you want to hire 10 therapists for each location, and your distinct advantage is the fact that you have logistics on your side and you can grow and you can scale and you can do all of those things, then you can be a high volume discount provider because that is your competitive advantage. If you and I are in the same marketplace, my advantage over you is never going to be the quality of the patient care. It's never going to be the one-on-one service. It's always going to be my logistics. I have billing more efficiently than you. I have hiring, I have firing, I have marketing. I have all of the components that a new competitor moving into my market, especially a small competitor, you can't compete with me on that. So don't even, that wouldn't be a challenge that I would tell you to take. But you would blow me out of the water if you came in as the provider of the most premier service. You focused on high value. You charged $500 for the initial evaluation plan of care, $200, $300 for follow-up sessions. I mean, attorneys charge that all day long, and they have no limit to the number of clients that are signing up for them, right? You have the same depth of knowledge, expertise as an attorney. You just need to find the urgency in the niche and the market that you're looking to serve. So guys, just to summarize, first thing, we need to identify your competitive advantage. What is it? And then the second thing is, how do you leverage that to your success? If you're going to be a single premier provider, best in the world, best in class, you need to charge appropriate. If you're going to be high volume, high production, built on a backbone of efficiency, you can provide discount services at scale. Either is appropriate, either has opportunity, but you can't be in both worlds at the same time. I hope this was helpful. If it is, post your questions in the YouTube comments and let me know what other thoughts, ideas, questions, frustrations you're dealing with so I can provide you better quality content as the channel grows. Guys, it's Monday. Let's attack the week. I'll see you on the next video.